What's up, guys? Evil here with RC CarCast. Today I have my co-host with me, Josh Thede,
What's going on?
Howard Raby,
How's it going?
and John. What's John's last name? Anyway, John's here with us, and this is false start number 3. We tried to do this a couple times and it didn't happen, but we're finally all together in the same place, and so now the magic can happen. So, what's been going on in your guys' neck of the woods?
Well, I don't ever remember the last time we talked, if it was before or after Pennsylvania. Was I back from that yet?
I think it was before that.
Okay, so let's see, was up in Pennsylvania for the whatever they called it,
West Coast scale.
East Coast Scale Championships, and
Did they have trophies?
you are just as familiar as how it is.
There's
Sorry,
just
I mean-
one that I've been to that forgot the trophies.
Whatever.
So you made the trek to Pennsylvania. How was that?
That was it was like a 14-hour drive, but it was a good time. So Nicole and I drove up. They put us up in like a nice camper, actually, like a brand new off the lot rented camper at this campground where everybody was staying.
Wow.
All in all, it was like a super nice venue. Everything was done really well. RC4Wheel Drive is the title sponsor. They put up a lot for it, and they're actually going to do a series in 2015. They're doing 5 events, so they're doing them all over the U.S. and 1 in Canada.
And some of the deals I saw, Aaron, the winners actually won car kits.
They did.
Wow.
That's what I said. I saw that.
Yeah,
That's impressive.
it is.
They had a prize for a winner.
You didn't deserve a prize. First place.
I assume it was an RC4-wheel drive kit.
Mm-hmm. Indeed, it was. Aaron, I just 3-starred my second base, just in case you remember. Anyway, but beyond that, that was a good time. Yetis, yeah. The Yetis have been out for a while now, so I've been driving the crap out of that and adding a bunch of stuff to it. And then I got the Ascender last week, so.
Yeah, Viterra finally enters the scene. That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
It's probably not pretty cool if you're axial, but
You know, it is kind of the, you say finally enters the scene, and that's kind of, they tried to get in the door with the Twin Hammers, and that was terrible. Where did you get a Furby, anyway?
this was a Happy Meal gift. Well, I mean, the Twin Hammers was kind of, I don't know. This thing's definitely more scale than a Twin Hammers, right? This is a trail truck.
Yeah, this is basically a SCX-10,
It's an SCX-12. It's a little bit bigger
Yeah,
size.
SCX-12. I mean, I
Is
could
it?
have 8.
That'd be smaller, wouldn't
Oh, yeah.
it? SCX-8.
Yeah, if you actually scale out the Bronco body, it's a 9.4, but whatever.
It's a Blazer, by the way.
Blazer, that's what I said.
We wish it was a Bronco, Viterra.
I just can't believe they didn't make a Jeep.
What's wrong with Jeeps? Everybody
not-
likes Jeeps.
I understand that there's just not enough Jeeps to choose from.
Jeeps are what sells. It's a good idea to build Jeeps. I kind of wish it was a Jeep.
I bet you do.
Just saying.
That would be an oversized, overscaled Jeep.
Well, if they're in with Chevy, they could do like a Hummer or something. H2.
Maybe maybe an H3. That's something that really has been tapped into.
There you go. That's the ultimate trail truck.
Right. Yeah. No, the Blazer body. It's a nice body, and it's kind of cool how it tucks the tires and all that kind of stuff. But it is enormous.
Does it look like next to an SCX-10? Does it look like a TF2 next to an SCX-10? Like, is it that obvious?
No, I mean it probably looks kind of correct.
It looks kind of scaled next to the Jeeps and the Honchos.
It makes a Jeep look tiny, like a full-size Blazer kind of would. But
Right.
a full-size Blazer really doesn't dwarf a four-door JK like this does. So I don't know. It's I don't know. It's here or there, but I don't know. The body in general, it's got a nice like hard plastic grill insert that goes into it, which is super nice. It kind of makes the whole body. But
Does it have light buckets or anything?
yeah, like a really nice light bucket setup, like this whole clamping mechanism that it all screws together, through the grill, so the front and back halves kind of clamshell together. It's definitely the nicest light bucket system I've seen in a Lexan body.
That's cool. I'm glad to see them doing that. I mean, they were doing a nice job with scale on the, on those sedans and stuff for those on-road cars they're putting out. So it's good they're bringing that over into the off-road stuff.
Yeah, as far as that goes, I mean, looks really good. It's got like a fogged lens that kind of goes over it to make it look correct, and high, low beam, and a turn signal bucket, all kind of, correct how it should be, and nothing in the rear, so it's just headlights. But
It's got places in the rear bumper to mount them. But
yeah, it does for a odd position backup light or something. But
Needs an interior, doesn't it? Lots of glass or lots of windows.
yeah, there's a lot, and it comes with a sticker sheet that has like a window tinted, but you know how sticker sheeted window tint looks. It looks like sticker sheeted window tint looks in the full size world. Bubbly and terrible.
It looks like your average tent job in St. Joseph, Missouri.
Right.
hard to apply with your feet, Aaron.
Or while you're high on meth.
Yeah. That could be the next scale accessory.
Meth lab, double meth lab.
So, overall, really nice kit. A couple of things that, just like any kit, not my favorite. The whole thing's got this adjustable wheelbase where the chassis halves, the front and rear halves are separate and they can slide. So you adjust the wheelbase, like where the wheel arches are.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that part is cool. And it comes with all the stuff to adjust the wheelbase for the links, but it's all with like spacers using long set screws that go into the rod ends.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really care for that. But
yeah, how durable that would be.
Yeah, I mean, I get why they did it, and the point, but
just so anybody can quickly adjust it.
Exactly. It is so, it's just that I've been pickier. There was one issue with it, with the front pinion angle and kind of getting some chatter out of the drivetrain. So kind of did some adjustment on that, got rid of it. I don't know if they'll change that or if that's just how it's going to roll. But overall, it's something crawler guys should own. If you're looking for a new truck and you want to try something new, it's worth it. It's worth the money, probably.
I think they're showing they're supposed to be shipping out on the 19th or something.
Yeah.
What are they bringing?
I think retail is like $329, so it's higher for a kit.
It does seem to come with a lot more stuff than the Axial kits, though, because it's got CVDs, it's got the Panhard kit.
Yeah, it's a chassis-mounted servo, CVD front axle shafts with like pretty decent. I don't know how well our video's showing up, but I mean it's got
decent angle, yeah.
Yeah, 45 degrees or so out of the box. It doesn't chatter at that angle. Panhard bar. So it's 3-link with Panhard, so it's got proper geometry.
It's got chrome diff covers. That's worth
chrome diff covers. Oh yeah. So
what are the stock wheels like on it? Because you have the VP ones on there, right?
Yeah, they're kind of a Raceline monster looking glue-on chrome wheel.
Oh, it's glue on.
Yeah. That's the only reason I changed them is because I don't glue tires. And it came with Super Swamper tires, which Super Swampers are my least favorite tire ever. So I also decided to change those out for a set of RC 4-wheel drive Gladiators.
Well, don't the tires that come on the twin hammers, aren't they 1.9 bead block?
The kit is.
I thought the Ready to Run even had bead blocks.
Did it? I can't remember.
Was yours a kit or a Ready to
Ready
Run?
to Run.
It had bead blocks.
Did it?
I'm surprised they didn't go with beadlock on this.
I don't even remember. Yeah, I guess maybe, but I can believe that this was a more expensive kit. You know, it definitely is more. There's more stuff to it than an axial. It took a longer time to build. I'll tell you that. Even the fact that I was unfamiliar with it, it still took forever just to build through it. A lot because I was shooting a little video while I was doing all that, but it's just like the shock towers. An axial SCX-10 shock tower has two screws in the bottom. This thing has got,
What do you say, 5 in each?
5 in each shock tower, basically through
Jeez.
through where it mounts, the things that it mounts into to brace, the things that are incorporated, and all this. And
What about electronics mounting? How's all that stuff on it?
Let's see. The transmission is basically a twin hammers transmission, but with a single speed only out of the box.
And it's got steel gears.
It's ready for a 2-speed, but yeah, it does come with nice steel gears inside the transmission. It comes with a super slick little battery plate. I posted a video of it just the other day. It's hinged. The battery plate mounts by the transmission. And it's got 2 hinge points back there, and then the front point comes up and actually mounts off of the back side of the front axle, kind of. So it kind of splits its weight half and half between sprung and unsprung. Really interesting, really. And then it's got a big receiver box type thing in the back that looks like a fuel cell-ish. It is not a waterproof box. And the other thing is that if you don't run like a Futaba servo that comes with a really nice long lead, then you have to use a servo extension. So even a Futaba that had really long servo leads was just barely enough.
Yeah, if your receiver's mounted clear at the back.
So yeah, and I mean it's all the way back there. And then there's a nice little tray for the ESC just in front of that box.
Have you driven it yet?
Yeah, drove it this weekend. So drove really well. It does have some torque twist because of the small gears that it has in the axle. Doesn't have all that much reduction. So the overall reduction is about the same as an axial, but the ring gear in the axle is about half the size of an axial ring gear. So it's got a really scaled looking axle, but the reduction is like 1.8 to 1 rather than, deep in the,
Does the smaller pumpkin help it getting over stuff? Is there any noticeable difference?
You do notice a little bit of increased clearance. It's there. I mean, the clearance is for sure a thing. I can't say that I was like super shocked at a bunch of times where I was expecting to hit the diff. But I do have some rash on the diff even yet. So the thing that I probably didn't know, the reason I probably didn't notice the clearance so much is because that body is so big and the bumpers are so wide that it's basically a big plow. You just run that thing into everything first. So if I put a smaller body on it that allowed this thing to have a little bit more capability, then I probably would have noticed some of the other performance benefits. Even so, it outcrawled the shit out of Howard's.
Well, he probably still had those spaghetti links on there, probably with it.
No, he got that
twisting the axles all up in there.
They've been changed. The best part was, though, we were planning on going out Saturday. He gives me the body on
Thursday. 2 days.
I painted on Friday, and then he almost backs out Saturday. I got a headache. I don't feel like going.
I didn't feel like going. I felt like shit, and I had to go to work.
I told him he's getting himself ready and going.
I was going to back out. I was ready to back out. He guilted me into it. And then I was at work till 8 o'clock that night.
I don't enjoy just donating my time to paint your shit.
He did a nice job, though. I'll give him that.
There's another thing we could talk about. That new Duratrax paint. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I heard they bought Pactra.
What if they bought Pactra? They changed the ingredients because that's a hell of a lot better paint.
It's better than Pactra.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that because I've been using Tamiya and I hate it.
But yeah, I painted his, and he had an oddball idea doing the inside and the outside, and wanted the color on the outside, like a rust color on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff went on, dried fast, dried nice and hard, and it just seems like a real quality paint.
Does it cover fast?
Yes.
That Tamiya just seems like you got to lay on coat after coat after coat, and it's still. I don't like it.
Yeah. I was pretty pleased with it.
Even on the being on the outside of the body, and banging it against the rocks, it still looks pretty good. So, I was happy with how it looked. Even on being on the outside, it doesn't have nearly that flat or low gloss look that you would expect.
It's got the '86 Chevy paint. It's kind of a dull shine.
Yeah, exactly. It was waxed once in the 90s.
Looks like a real Chevy.
At least it's not a Dodge and there's still paint on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be a Ram Charger.
It's Furby again.
Do not adjust your television.
I think I've still got one of the full-size ones when they first come out, original in the box.
Take the fur off of it; they creep the crap out of you.
Did
It
you
is-
shave your
It is
fur?
nightmare fuel.
Why did you take the fur off your Furby?
Trying to update its look.
I saw it on a TV show about it. They were showing Furbies, and they had the fur off of one, and it was. They talked about how creepy it was.
Oh, yeah, good. That's
Have you been working on anything, Aaron? Did you get my quadcopter figured out?
I haven't touched it.
Oh.
Still sitting right here
next to the rat?
next to the rat. Here's Howard's little quadcopter.
Looks the same.
It'll be cool if he puts a real flight controller in it.
Hey now. They say that's supposed to work great.
I'm sure it will once I find drivers for it.
Those guys on YouTube
They said it on YouTube. They said it was good.
For $150, it's not bad.
No.
How much was
I'm
it?
just kind of.
Not bad.
I just don't know why they wouldn't send the drivers for it.
You're sure supposed to download them.
Yeah, download it.
I did download them. Probably not from the right place.
John? Yes.
Yeah, because I watched some video. It was like a 15-minute video a guy had on there and how he went on there and downloaded them, where he got them.
Yeah, I think I watched those videos and I did the same thing, but they do not detect that flight controller.
Perfect.
I tried on like 3 different computers.
Will that nozzle light fit in there?
That's mine.
It's too. You haven't paid for it yet.
Technically, it's mine. It's still in my house.
It's at his house, and neither one of us have paid for it.
Yeah. Yes.
We'll start bidding war.
Thing with me and Howard is we bid the opposite ways.
Why don't
Yeah.
you close the fridge, genius?
Sorry. So, are you working on anything over there, or just?
A little bit. I'm doing a lot of mental work. I'm trying to decide where I'm going to put these new rigid lights.
The Q series?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good size. They're big, but they put out a ton of light.
You want me to put them on my truck for you, Aaron?
I'm thinking they might go on the JK.
That way
Just
they
a
get a
little-
lot of use.
So they'll stay pretty forever.
Yeah, the heat off of them can burn off some of the dust.
They get that hot, huh?
Yeah. Or do you mean like point them at the JK, just from the shelf? I've got a couple of more sets that I was looking at for. I'm putting one pair on the Scout as new headlights. So
I
that's
didn't think about that.
that's the latest plan.
I thought you still have the Scout. I thought you
Yes.
sold it.
I did.
Then it unsold.
No, it's not unsold. It just has a to-do list still.
Oh,
It has a won't get done list.
It will get done. God damn it.
so people pay you money for stuff and then you just don't even send it to them?
Ouch. It's not. No.
Does that sting?
Shut up.
Trust me, I try to motivate him, but he's
Oh, that's
worthless.
bold-faced lie.
I am getting my my SCX-10 ready because I'm stoked for King of the Goats.
Yes.
That's
They're
coming up here
pretty-
soon.
What?
What?
Jerry made a comment like there might not be King of the Goats. They
What?
might do some all day, all night deal again.
Really?
When did he make that comment?
He made that comment out there Saturday. Because I said something about how many more events we had before Oklahoma. And something got brought up about that, and he goes, well, we might not do the King of the Goats.
Really?
Yeah, that'd be a shame. That was kind of like our trademark event.
I know. I agree. What's Nicole doing? Bringing cupcakes.
Doing that.
Yes.
Right?
Are you doing? Are you bringing food? Technical difficulties. Aaron.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Talk amongst yourselves. We'll edit this part out.
I thought you didn't tell me to get off the internet, so I thought that.
Oh, I'm doing it a different way.
He's playing with a hotspot.
Oh, Badger's hotspot.
Sorry, Nicole brought dessert. That's the interruption.
Eat it, I'm good.
I'm good, man. I'm full. I'm
I have-
smokehouse.
I have another one. Do you
I'm
like
still-
one?
just-
Just give me both.
Thank you. Sorry.
Stop it. Eat it, John.
Thank you.
I'm diabetic. I'm not supposed to have sweets. Eat it.
You're looking for a reason to get out of your job, right? Here you go.
So,
What happened? Why is the Furby?
I don't know why Aaron has the Furby shown. That's interesting.
I'm trying to figure out where the camera's pointed.
So, I want to know more about this not having King of the Goats.
That's just what I've heard. You might check with whoever, but that was the comment made by Jerry. I can't remember who even asked it.
I'm going to call him. I was really looking forward to trying to
You sure?
Trying to go-
Stop.
trying to go faster, Goat Hill.
I know that's kind of why I spent a bunch of money on a honcho that I bought to leave stock.
Okay, game on.
We were still just discussing the sadness of Goat Hill.
Why is it sad?
well, we would.
If he's not going to have the King of the Goats, I mean, it's like I was telling, I spent all that money on that honcho that I was leaving stock.
Howard buys that honcho to leave stock was his idea.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
The first event with it was the trailer trash event, which I don't think we've discussed. Did we?
Yeah, tell everybody. That was a cool idea. Tell everybody about the trailer trash event.
Right.
I thought we talked about it, but it was a fun time. Josh outcrawled me. My
Yep.
truck kind of gave up.
No.
on me. I ordered.
Tell,
I
everybody,
did not realize.
tell everybody the whole premise of it. What was the the event?
The event idea was it was basically labeled as a trailer trash event. You had to pull a trailer through comp courses, pulling a payload. Can't believe you pulled that out on camera, Aaron. So
You like my rat?
so we get there and the payload is an egg. Which we did discuss. We discussed the event beforehand. I remember that. Anyway, so it turned out to be an egg for sure. We get there, we all load up the trailer. Howard and I had a bet that I would outcrawl him with my trailer idea, which was obviously superior to his.
Oh yeah, I remember it was all about the trailers.
He had a trailer that wouldn't even back up. The truck
No,
was
it
like,
absolutely did back up.
it bound up, looked like it was
It bound up one dime.
looked like a donkey trying to kick. Back tires up in the air, wasn't even touching the ground.
How many
Hideous.
points did I beat you by?
I don't know.
Like 80.
My truck quit running.
It did not.
The Lynx, go to the video. The Lynx gave up on me. I had no clue that a plastic Link could bend like that.
The front and rear tires were almost touching.
Shorten the wheelbase by at least 1.5 inches.
Yeah. And not necessarily on both sides at the same time.
Yeah.
So who won?
Brian Beatty won, of course. That
There was some unique scoring.
there was that. But Brian Beatty definitely won. He drove well.
Yeah.
He always drives really well, though.
We had trailers falling off and getting put back on, and no penalties for that. Eggs falling out and getting put back in, and no penalties.
Howard's butthurt.
I wouldn't. Just fine. I underestimated Josh. He did drive remarkably well on course 2.
You mean, was that the one? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no gates.
Oh, yeah, no gates. And I had the one reverse on purpose
Yeah.
to get that really hard gate. That's weird.
He had this look on his face like he's either trying to poop his pants or do really well. I couldn't tell which one.
Did anybody have to cross the giant rope bridge?
No, we did not have to cross a giant rope bridge with the eggs.
Oh, man.
That would have been a good idea, though.
That thing needs to get integrated in some of the courses. It's always been just a see if you can make it kind of a deal.
Right.
There was somebody using the rope bridge that day. James's buddy was smashing that laser to pieces.
Yeah, that's the thing with that rope bridge. If you don't judge the entry right, it's a long drop.
You got to make sure you get it right.
Right. What is Nicole doing in there?
She's rummaging.
She's digging around in my shop.
She's taking aluminum. I had to cut her a piece of aluminum.
Oh, God.
She's probably
She's
making.
gonna turn on the mill and start making something in there.
Warn her about sharp edges.
She's got safety glasses and safety gloves on.
Warn her about empty beer cans.
Yeah. The empty beer cans will be sharp. Be careful.
Yeah. Maybe you could gather them and put them in the...
Put them all in one bag.
So, yeah, that event went well, and I dominated Howard once again. He never wins anything when it comes to driving.
When he does win, he still doesn't win anything.
Damn it.
You set that up. It was too easy.
It's a rough life. Can I win myself another chilada, please?
Aaron, have you ever had chilada?
Chilada?
Yeah.
I've had gelato.
No, this is way different. This is clam juice and Bud Light.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, no, it is. The 16 fluid ounces of, let's see, Bud Light and Clamato with salt and lime.
That is delicious.
That is garbage.
That is wonderful. I would highly recommend it for anybody. Josh still hasn't switched from drinking chocolate milk, so
How do you say that?
chocolate milk.
Milk. It's like there was an A in it.
Milk.
Yeah.
Milk. I'm gonna use some calc.
He still drinks Zima.
Your calc.
So are you coming down to Crawlapalooza here?
I am not coming to Crawlapalooza under advice from Steve Brown.
You don't get to use Steve Brown as advice to not go to Disney.
What's wrong with it down there?
I got sick last time too. It was just a coincidence.
I was talking to Chris LaFoon. I work with Chris LaFoon. I was talking to him the other day, and I walked by his cube, and he was looking at RC crawlers, and I was like, hey, you're not supposed to be looking at that stuff. He was getting geared up for Oklahoma.
Wait, you work with Chris LaFoon?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
You didn't until just a while ago.
Oh,
Didn't you hear the story?
I don't think so. I don't remember. I forget if I did.
I think we
It
were
was
talking-
just I didn't even know he was sitting there. I was shocked. I was walking down the aisle and I saw somebody looking at RC crawlers on their monitor.
What is she doing in there?
It's fine.
She's beating on something with a hammer.
You want to turn your drill press on, or you want that?
You can use the drill press.
No.
Get her to use the bandsaw.
Aaron's got the one that has to run around and have pants on.
Jesus. Go help her. Yes, good idea. Anyway, so yeah, I knew
Why is your girlfriend in there drilling holes and stuff?
I had no idea. No idea what she's doing in there at all. She brought down food and then disappeared into there.
Yeah, she's
Distraction.
probably got your cell phone or something.
Yes. If
No more Clash of Clans for you.
you would be beating that cell phone with a hammer, I'm sure. Speaking of, have you yet to order your iPhone 6?
I have not ordered an iPhone 6, but
John, have you? No?
I will be getting one.
Yeah. I'm going to go with the 6 Plus.
Or the one I refer to as the Blind Man Edition.
Yes. I'm going to get rid of my Android and go back to Apple.
Good
Because
man.
I'm thoroughly unimpressed with the Android.
You've had it for a while.
I know, I gave it, gave it a good shot. But the Note 2 is not cutting it.
You did tell me right after you bought it, you was like, my next phone is going to be Apple.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good every once in a while to use something like that so you can appreciate what works. Oh, yeah. Man, it's we've still got a little bit of the year left. I'm really interested now to call Jerry. Wish that would really bum me out if we didn't have that.
Plus it's getting pretty chilly at night now. If we did a night deal, it would be interesting.
Right. And so, but it'd be better than the last nighttime we had that was so hot you couldn't hardly.
Yeah.
Oh, it was terrible. Howard didn't even come. He was going to, and he's like, nah, never mind, it's just too hot.
Yeah, we're getting to the time of year where I feel like doing that stuff again, so.
Right. That like 3-week period
Yep.
each year where you're set to go.
3 weeks in the spring, 3 weeks in the fall.
Right. So next, with that RC 4-wheel drive series that we were talking about earlier a little bit, they're going to have one next year in Canada, up in the Niagara area. So I think me and Nicole are going to go up there for a week.
Yeah, it'd probably be cool.
Yeah, I've never been up there, so that.
That's totally drawing a blank. I'll come back to that.
Yeah.
Toronto's up by Detroit.
Right. Toronto, is that what you're thinking?
Toronto's up by Detroit.
Okay, I don't know. Either way. I don't know where this shit is either.
That's up by New York, where you're talking about.
Yes, Canada. It's all up there.
It's all up there.
It's just anytime anybody says they're from Canada, I just think of I'm like, oh, it's just they're right over in that one place.
Yeah,
Like,
right up there.
you know, like when Howard went up there, and then he was basically above Portland, and then, you know, I don't think about East Side and West Side hardly at all. I just assume everybody's over by New York,
What are you talking about?
Canada, Canadian.
Your beady little eyes.
Yeah, flappy heads and their beady little eyes.
We flew into. I was close to Josh Lamont, one of our Canadian friends.
I think Niagara. That's where Joe Ferguson's from. I think. So
Yeah.
he'll probably be there.
Yeah, both that guy, the Brett and Matt. Matt's the one who bought the Scout. Brett's the one who got the other build over there.
You gotta deliver him. Now you have a deadline. Get to work, Howard.
Yeah. whatever. He isn't.
I'm still waiting for some screws to finish another project down here.
Those are here.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever. So, and then Colorado, there's another scale event at Red Rocks.
Really?
So that one would also be a good one to go to.
Where are all of them? Where's the rest of them?
What's that?
Where are the rest of them?
Now that one in Colorado, I don't know that that's part of that scale series, but it's basically going to be the replacement for the one that I went to in Utah this year. So,
Is anything in the Midwest?
I don't know. It's a possibility.
They'll have to have another G6 as big as they are. They're going to have Furby sponsor it.
I'm sure we'll have a G6 next year. Not that Aaron will go, but
If they have one in his backyard, he might.
I'm gonna have a G6 in my backyard.
if it was in his barn, he'd fly over it from his garage. But was this year hot like the year before?
That wasn't too bad.
No, I couldn't remember.
You got cool down breaks at the tree stump. And some other-
Yeah, that was this was the year of waiting. But
They did away with the big tire at the start, and they put a tree stump in the middle.
you waited about 2 hours.
Create a bottleneck.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't that hard.
Yeah.
It seemed like
No.
that got everything back up.
Yeah,
G6 is gonna have a series next year too, right?
yes, and there's this whole new deal, RC Orva. Have you seen this?
RC what?
Orva, ORVA.
No.
I'll take that as no. Okay, yeah. John Holmes Hobbies. He
He
bought.
puts out some hellacious trophies. Oh, different guy. Sorry.
He bought USRCCA. So, in the process, he also created this organization, RC Orva. And basically what it is it's kind of combining all of the events, G6, Ultra 4, USRCCA, all that kind of stuff into this one group that tracks everybody's involvement, gives drivers permanent driver numbers. So, you sign up and your number is always
Wow.
number 37.
It's like Roar or something.
Sure. But, it's all of the different groups, Ultra 4 and G6, comp crawling, Sorka, all that kind of stuff. So we'll see how that goes, and that should be kicked off soon. I think Crawlapalooza is supposed to be run through it. It's also, you can run all of your scoring through it, so it tracks points. You can do all of your ticket sales through it, like rather than using Eventbrite, and you don't have to pay Eventbrite like as much as you'd have to.
Wow.
So all
Does
that
it
kind
generate trophy money?
of stuff. You got second place.
Normally, first, second, third get something.
I'm just saying, you didn't even win.
I don't care.
Are you not allowed to charge me?
Yes, yes, you did.
Let's bring Nicole in. We want to ask her.
What? About what?
She saw
Tell
the
her, Howard. Tell her what happened, Howard.
It was for fun. It was a fun event. It wasn't for
I know.
points.
Yeah.
Just to know.
Your stupid army men that you found were your trophies. There you go.
Hidden in the freaking tree hole.
Tree hole.
I made everybody give you a round of applause for that, so you would feel better.
Got ripped off.
All right, I should have known she'd side with Josh.
Boom.
Go back to drilling hole in Josh's phone.
She did wake me up in the middle of the night last night.
Oh, go fuck yourself, Josh. Seriously.
Oh, really?
Rude. Sorry.
What's she drilling? What are you drilling holes in?
Metal.
I was in the.
I can't
I
say
was in-
anything because Josh will take over my project or tell me I'm doing it wrong or something, so don't tell him what I'm doing and do it.
Oh, okay.
I was in the middle of a dead sleep last
Good
night,
night.
like 5 a.m., and all of a sudden I sit straight up in bed as this crash happened in the living room. What?
Where? In the living room?
And I was like, what the? I got up, and it actually wasn't a crash. It was just her eating chips at 5 a.m. That
I thought you were going to tell me your TV fell off the mantle or something.
No, it just sounded like Mr. Ed was in my living room eating chips.
So you need to slap upside the head.
You can go sleep in the Jeep, you won't hear anything.
You just told your bitch
And I
ass.
can't sleep.
We're gonna broadcast a domestic dispute out to the internet here.
He'll get suspended from football for life. Josh writes.
Back there shaking her head.
So yeah, no, that's pretty good.
I do, Aaron. You might have to try to help Josh pick out a new body reamer.
What's wrong with the body reamer? It works fine. Oh God, what'd she do?
I think she was using the body reamer and a hammer on a piece of
Oh,
wood.
God.
That does him a lot of good.
Oh,
The
no.
point might not be as good as it used to.
On what?
Now it's a punch.
No, but like onto what?
I think it was on your workbench.
Oh God. Perfect.
On your phenolic surface.
You had that cool axial one too, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm really.
Excuse me.
Jesus.
Fuck. Pardon me.
Oh, man. Was she using my good hammer?
No, she actually
The
had a
little
real
tiny
hammer.
one.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Howard always makes fun of my little brass hammer that I use. It gets the job done. It's
Where did you find dirt in here?
what? Dirt.
It's Ash Wednesday.
Is it Ash
Shut
Wednesday?
up. Damn it. Anyway.
Uh-oh. You have Furby behind you.
So, yeah, it's I'm really looking forward to that now.
Hi, Allie.
Say hi to everybody.
Hi.
She's turned 4 since the last time you guys saw her.
Yeah. That's
What date's her birthday? Just a couple days ago?
August 5th.
Oh. What? Since we've been slow.
yeah. The I didn't see it on. Did you get her that new drum set for her birthday? Was that her present?
The one behind me. Whose drums are these behind me? Whose drums are these behind me, Allie?
Fine. That sounds like my dad when I used to bring my mom home things like horse trailers and shotguns.
Yeah.
For you.
Josh, John, Howard. She doesn't know who the guy in the middle is.
He's the gardener.
Yeah. Even she thinks that's funny. Well, I don't know, you got anything else, Aaron? Seen anything new lately? You haven't seen a Yeti yet?
Not in real life. I keep trying to make it over to Hobby Haven on lunch to take a look, but I haven't been able to yet.
Yeah.
I did see Axial's posting some videos of that thing like breakdancing.
Yes, I did see that as well. That it would be interesting to see if those tires were glued on.
Those were clearly glued on because that thing was doing some RPMs, man.
Yeah. That's the only thing, those tires coming off the wheels, that sucks. But it happened the same thing on the Poison Spider Wraith, so RPM could only help that.
But the Yeti's more of a go fast than the Wraith ever was, so
Right.
probably more of a problem.
But
I definitely want one. I just got to get my hands on one. Apparently Matt's having trouble. Dinky RC is having trouble getting a hold of some as well. I saw him post on Facebook.
Up in Hobbytown still.
Dinky still hasn't got one?
No.
His have been like, they've done circles out in Arizona or something. Like, it left Arizona, then it went back. They have no idea where it is right now. There's 2 of them out there floating around.
Oh, shit sucks.
They're hiding in the woods.
Damn.
It's not even like he just wants to drive one. It's like he's trying to develop products, but he can't because freaking things out there in the Neverland floating around.
Oh. Yeah, that's rough. Yeah, I guess I haven't driven mine in a couple of weeks, but it's kind of been just messing with it, tweaking it a little bit, changing it from that lower slung, go fast to more of a kind of a Goat Hill type car, something that can bomb fast through the rough rocks, but still be able to get up a ledge a little easier.
What's your opinion on it now after having it for a little bit?
I think it's a good car. It's like like a lot of axials, it takes a little modification for it to take, or it takes modification for it to take what we were going to throw at it. Basically pretty close to stock though. When Jason and I went out to Colorado for the G6 in Buena Vista, his wasn't too far from stock, and he did a G6 without much of an issue at all. So he had less issue than I did. I had a servo.
Because you worked on it. You worked on it and had problem after problem.
I had one problem, a servo. It was causing other problems. But
you took that truck out there and tried it out after you worked on it and put electronics in it. But then when you went to Utah, you took one that I put electronics in and worked on. And which one worked better?
Well, it's a different. It was a different. 2 different usages.
Oh. One you drove and the other one you had to carry.
So next year, Colorado, you should think about coming.
You've got 2 extra back seats, but you don't ever invite us.
You can get your ass kicked out there instead of here.
Yeah, room for passengers.
I learned on my way back from California this year that I get altitude sickness. So unless it's like at Denver level.
You got altitude sickness while driving?
Oh, dude. We were like at 12,000 feet or something. I was just sick, miserable.
Oh, that's
You sure it wasn't an In-N-Out burger?
It might have been. It was worse as I went up the hill. So.
Yeah, when we were in Utah, we had hit an In-N-Out out there. That was this guy's. And they don't have those. Oh, gee, what's Allie doing?
The rat out.
Did you get? Oh.
She's playing with the rat.
What was the decision-making process that went into deciding a rat was the best?
We've always had rats.
Weird.
My wife and we always had pet rats.
Really?
Yep.
Huh. Alrighty then.
They're cool. They're cool animals. I was trying to convince Howard, but I don't know if it worked or not.
We've got too many animals. I did almost try to bring home a couple more wiener dogs today.
Yeah, you don't have enough of those.
Yeah.
How many wiener dogs do you have?
We got 2 wiener dogs and then a stray that we rescued. So 3 dogs and 3 cats, so we didn't really...
Jesus!
Good God.
You don't normally see the cats. They're normally hidden.
I wish ours would hide.
I could have brought you 5 last night.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Found 5 kittens.
My cat just died, so I'm down to 1.
What'd you do? How'd you do it?
Andrews.
I fed him for 13 years.
When Nicole was, the decision was to move in. It was a tough decision with her and her cats. So she came with those 3 ginormous Bengals, and they're the biggest pain ever. They constantly yelling at you because they want you to turn the water faucet on, or that is just the most annoying cats ever.
Did I tell you the story about when the rat got out?
No.
I was thinking maybe I told that story or not, but I get up. At the time the rat was in an aquarium in the kitchen, so I get up for work and I'm walking into the kitchen and I look and the cage is open. I'm like, oh no, because there's a cat loose in the house. So the cat was asleep on my bed, so the first thing I did was went back to my room and shut the door to lock the cat in there. And then I proceed to start combing the house looking for this stupid rat. I spent like 30 minutes looking under furniture, going up and down the stairs, looking all over for the rat. And I'm like, I don't know. And then I come to the realization, you know what? She's got to be in the bedroom. And I go in there and I open the door, and the cat and the rat are occupying the same square foot of floor.
Oh, no.
And the cat, as soon as the cat saw me, the cat ran one way, and then the rat ran under the bed. so I think I just in time I rescued the rat from being eaten.
It
was pretty funny.
They were probably best buds. They were probably pissed you interrupted their fun.
No, I don't think so, because he never used to pay much attention, but now he comes down here and he sits on the floor and he just stares longingly.
Dinner.
Next time.
He's like, we're gonna get our moment.
Dinner time.
But yeah, I'm walking around and I found like a little rat pellet like clear out in the middle of the living room floor. So
rat pellet. Now, by rat pellet, do you mean? let's specify what rat pellet means.
The food pellet.
Oh,
food pellets.
He carried his food with him.
The rat did not poop anywhere. I don't. That rat is like freaking housebroke. It's weird.
This is the oddest conversation ever.
I can picture him up on the couch with the rat watching TV.
Yeah.
Nestled in your goatee.
Combing through it for extra bits of food.
Oh, it's not that weird. People have hamsters and stuff.
People also have gerbils.
What was the name of that one from South Park?
I do not remember the name.
Lemmy Winks. Lemmy Winks.
Oh,
Josh, could you put doing that motion in the camera?
What? It's 3D printing.
I understand that you're holding it like this and you're moving this hand like this.
Can you 3D print a Furby?
I could. It would be one color though, and much more boring.
We could use those new Vanquish LEDs for his eyes.
It would like melt holes in the front of it. It'd be all horrific looking.
We're gonna shave it first, right?
This one's like plastic.
No.
This is the cheap McDonald's Happy Meal.
Glue hair to it.
Yeah, glue some rat hair to it. Make it a rat suit. Just.
All right. Unless we got anything more constructive to talk about.
No.
Probably boring people to tears.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, you're. I see you're coming up on 5,000, Aaron.
Yep. Getting there slowly but surely, which is good since I haven't really put out a video in months. So.
Yes. You've done very little. People are getting angry at you.
I haven't had any hate from anybody.
Yeah. Yeah. You should start putting out rat videos.
Rat videos. Mod your rat.
Like the new Headquake, but with rats.
Headquake. Getting kind of stoked to drift again. I saw the drift club's kind of ramping back up, so
Oh, yay!
Yay! We still got to have our friggin' rally car race.
This is true. I did find all those parts for it, though, so that's good.
We'll have Howard put them on.
You're learning.
Now that is one thing that Howard may beat me at, which is driving fast. There's a chance of that.
I'm pretty sure that everyone will beat you with that.
Yeah.
Hey, Aaron, the Dirt Oval season's getting ready to kick off. Should we start Dirt Oval racing?
Shit. Let me get my moonshine.
Your moonshine.
I'm just not an oval fan.
It's close to home.
I know there's a track like 10 minutes from my house, and I won't go race oval.
How hard is it to race dirt oval?
Not.
Not that hard.
To be fast.
You just hold the wheel to the left and stand on the gas. There's no jumps. There's no braking.
Can I weld?
I guess you're going to build a metal chassis sprint car.
Probably would
Put some spikes on it and stuff.
I had.
Can I put a Pro 4 in it?
There's no motor limit.
The answer to that is yes.
Yeah. Two tubes and beadlock, aluminum wheels and beadlocks and.
Call up VP. Hey, I need some parts.
Yeah.
Some sprint car
All
wheels. Your wheel is 2 inches wide.
All right, let's bring this thing to a screeching halt.
All right, sounds good.
Can you
All
play
right,
us
thanks
one
guys
on
for
the
watching. What?
Play us out, Aaron.
Oh, hell no.
All right.
If Allie was down here, I'd get her to play it.
All right. Well, I'll week after next.
Yep. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Keep an eye out for the rally car race because this will happen before the end of the year. So
Yes.
there will be eternal smack talk following that.
Sounds good.
All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for being patient. We'll be back.
Bye.
Bye.